Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to achieve this style here. So if you're interested, just stick around and watch. Okay, so as always, we're going to start with heat protectant. We can't do this without protection, okay? So the one I'm using is the Kenra Color Maintenance Thermal Spray. I like this one because it's more like a hairspray. It allows me to do it on dry hair. So I'm gonna go ahead and prep everything. I like to just section my hair off like this, spray it all in, and then I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side. Another reason I like this spray, excuse me, I'm like swallowing it. Yeah, it has a medium hold. So, oh, that's the baby monitor is dying, but it's okay because he's with his dad right now. So we're just gonna turn that off. But, like I was saying, if you have a hard time with your hair holding a curl, you need something like this. Is it going to guarantee that it's going to last, you know, like the entire day until the next day? No, but you will get more longevity. So do that. And I'm making sure I'm taking like thinner sections so that it's evenly excuse me, distributed throughout all of my hair. And then we're going to brush it through for more even distribution. I'm gonna start with, and another thing, I already have my iron prepped. It's on, it's hot and ready, like Little Caesars. This is a 1-inch barrel, so you could go smaller and get a tighter curl, which will result in shrinkage, which will make the hair obviously appear shorter than what it really is. So it really depends on what it is that you're going for. Now, for like honestly any style that I do when I curl my hair, I like to split my hair down the middle evenly on both sides. Obviously, I'm gonna have more hair on this side since I'm parting it to the side, but back here, I'm gonna go down the middle. And it's honestly very, very simple. I'm gonna look in the mirror while I do this, but I'm gonna start here. I'm going to curl in, unclasp or clamp, and tuck more hair in, turn, unclamp, tuck more hair in, turn, unclamp. You see as I'm feeding the hair into the curling iron, and it got loose a little bit, so it's not really how I wanted it to be. So I'm gonna go in one more time, just making sure it's nice and tight. And you want the curling iron to always be horizontal and going under. Horizontal, going under, horizontal, going under. That's what's gonna give you that retro type of feel. So I'm gonna do, see, like I feel like this section is a little bit wider than the other side. And these things matter, okay? It may seem like very tedious, but it matters, okay? So we're gonna take the same size section, same thing, feeding the hair into the curling iron, twisting and turning, feeding, just letting it sit for a little bit, unclamping. And you could really go the extra mile and pin all of this hair. I don't want to do that, so it's gonna be a more loose version, I suppose, than how the women, I believe it was what, like the 30s or 40s. I could be wrong. I am not good with history, so don't, what's it called? I don't remember what the saying is, but I could be wrong. I could be lying. So I'm just gonna do literally the same thing on each section. The only spot that's gonna be a little bit different is gonna be my bang area here. So just gently pulling that hair out, making sure that I'm unclamping the hair in order to get or to keep the hair nice and tight in that curl. And like you can see, I'm keeping it horizontal. I know I keep repeating myself, but literally these things really do matter. Oh, almost burned my ear. So I'm gonna do the rest of the head and I'll be back. So another thing I want to make note of is the size of your sections, okay? The thickness is good, but you want your sections to be about that wide, okay? Not exactly, they're not like all exactly the same, but the more they're all like similar in size, the better this look, the better the style is gonna look. Also, you want the hair to come down straight and not be coming at an angle. I don't know if that makes sense, but I'll show you guys again. So with this section, to come down here, I'm going to turn, and instead of my hair, see how it's like pushing down this way at an angle? I don't want that. I want to hold the hair straight like this. Unclamp, come down, turn, little by little, just like that. Be very careful, please, if you're not familiar with the curling iron. Practice the motion with the curling iron off, and then try it with the iron, you know, on a low setting so that you don't burn yourself. I mean, sometimes even with all that practice, you can end up still burning yourself, but if you give yourself, you know, room to practice just the motions, you're less likely to make mistakes. Less likely, because it still happens. This video is sponsored by Nalgona Coffee. I'm drinking the banana iced coffee with sweet cream cold foam. It's very delicious, very refreshing. The syrup is homemade. Literally everything is made with intention, made with love, made with care, made with all you people out there, all you hardworking people out there, with you in mind. The coffees are $5 for 16 ounces. And every purchase goes towards me being able to do things like this, me being able to stay home with my children, me being able to purchase things for my children, for school, for fun, for me to be able to give back to their schools. I like being able to, you know, like help the teachers and things like that. So every time you guys help me, I'm able to give back to my community. So I decided I was going to sponsor my own video with my own product so that I can get the word out there, so that you guys know what I am offering. So yeah, if you would like to try and support a stay-at-home mompreneur. Nalgona coffee is where it's at. Okay, so this top section. Remember I said that this is coming forward. So this back here, I'm going to curl it just like everything else. But some of the, okay, hold on. I want to show you guys this here. You see how this comes down like this? I need to break that in half so that it's more of a rectangular shape horizontally versus vertically. So horizontally versus vertically. So I'm gonna come here. We're gonna do the same thing. Okay, we're gonna curl all this back. Release. Your sections being horizontal really is gonna make a huge difference in the way that the curl looks. So just keep that in mind, okay? Okay, so this section here, my bayang, I want all of it to come forward. Do a little bit less, like that. So all of this I'm gonna curl in a different direction. This, we're gonna split it this way. And we're gonna do it horizontal again. Just like that. I need to turn the fan on in this mug. It's hot. Y'all hear Binks? Please all let me in. Mother. He's an indoor and outdoor cat, so he's basically like the biggest brat ever. Because he demands, I think all cats are like this regardless of whether they're indoor or outdoor, but he's always demanding food. Oops. Always demanding food and fresh water, which I didn't know until recently that cats need like a water fountain basically. They need fresh water. They think water, like still water, is disgusting, which I'm like, totally cat vibes. Okay, so now this section here, we're going to curl it forward, and that's gonna be so that we can do that little lifted section in the front. What's that? We're gonna come out here. Just like that. Y'all see the vision? You see the vision? For these, I do want to clip them. I'm gonna grab my long clips, and we're just gonna tuck this in. Do you have to do this? Nar. You do not. Like I said, everything is pretty much optional what you want to do. But this is how I want to do it. Then tuck those in. Bring it back in. I might even recurl it because I started at the end, so up here it's not as curly. not as tight of a curl. Ow. But we'll see once I'm done. I'm gonna curl it while it's, or pin it while it's still hot, and then we're just gonna give it a second for everything to cool down. So I'm guessing right now, I haven't touched my hair, but I'm pretty sure all of this, yeah, it's cooled down. So we're gonna brush it out. And this is what I mean, how the weight of everything for my hair specifically, because of my layers, is at the bottom.
Cute though, right? Gonna touch these, all of these are cool to the touch.
Now, what I want to do is add some volume to my hair. So I'm gonna start in here, and with a teasing comb. This is a tip that I don't think a lot of people know about, so I'm gonna put y'all on. For you ladies that love to tease your hair, but every time you brush it out, hair be coming out, it's because you don't know how to do it, boom. So I'm gonna put you on, You're going to tease down and out, down and out, down and out. None of this up and down shit, okay? That's how you tangle the hair. That's how it makes it hard to untease the hair. So down and out, down and out, down and out, down and out. And I'm gonna do it all the way up to the top of my ear, down and out, down and out, down and out. And then we're just going to smooth all of this, okay? Now, all of this hair, literally, you can tease together. So I'm just gonna smooth this and tuck it behind my ear. How cute is that? And then with this hair color, right now I'm giving like grape juice vibes. You know what I mean? Okay, so as you can see, and also, I don't like how this looks up here because my section was too big. So, down and out, just to give a perfectly little round shape, just like that. You can see, no volume, volume. Now, we want to make sure that we get the back. So I'm gonna take this section here, everything that goes like in front of my face. I just wanna, or from my ear forward is what I mean, okay? So we're gonna take, I just wanna do it so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna take this top section up here. See how that's like wide? It's too wide, okay? So I'm gonna take it smaller, down and out, down and out, down and out, flip it over, take your next little section, okay, down and out, down and out, down and out. I'm gonna turn so you guys can see better. So I'm gonna drag my comb all the way across, brush it out, down and out, down and out, flip it over, like I said, right above the ear, okay? So this is going to be my last section, okay? Flip it back over. Now, I'm not going anywhere. I'm just picking up my kids, which is why I'm not going to use hairspray. I'm not going to use a texturizing powder because I'm a texture sensitive person, so feeling all that stuff in my hair for days to come, because I plan to keep it like this for a few days, I just don't like that. It honestly bothers me. So if it doesn't bother you, you want to start with like you could even, cheat code here is another little tip, a wax spray. You could spray that at the root and tease. That's going to act like a glue and really give you grit to keep the tease there, especially if you have a hard time with your tease holding. Also, if all of your hair is one length, your tease ain't gonna hold, babe. The hair is too heavy. So if you have layers, you have a better chance at your tease holding. And if your layers are long, your tease is just not gonna last that long, okay? So just keep that in mind, okay? Keep that in mind. So this honestly doesn't look exactly how I want it to look, but it's not a problem. The point is, I want it to look somewhat like a vintage type of style, okay? So I wanna comb these. These gotta be separate, okay? So, this way. Oh no. So I'm gonna do my tease right in here, down and out. Can't see shit. Down and out. Thanks, como chingas. Okay, now for this guy, like I said, I don't think I curled it the way that I really wanted it for it to hold the way that I wanted it to, or for it to look the way I wanted it to, but it'll do, donkey. Like I would like for the curl to start more towards here, so I'm like, I don't really care, but I care. I do care, I do. So we're just going to recurl this, but as you guys can see, she's giving okay, retro mama. See, like this has never looked this thin, I don't think. I have to like go back and look at pictures and stuff like that. But for the most part, isn't this just so freaking cute? Okay, my curling iron I think is ready. See, when you unbrush, you're just gonna go like that and it'll come out easily. So you're gonna go up, through, and out. Up, through, and out, okay? Now, I want my curl to start more here, so that's where I'm gonna start curling from. I'm not gonna recurl the ends because the ends are perfectly curled. I just want this little curl here. I want my curl to start there. See? Much better. Much better. Okay, so we're just gonna let that cool down. Bushy hot. So, like I said, you let everything cool down, brush it out, do a tease if you want to. If you have a lot of hair, you probably don't have to tease it. Not that I don't have a lot of hair, but my hair is fine, so I don't got volume. You know what I mean? I have density, I don't have volume. If you naturally have volume, you're lucky. With styles like this, you're not gonna have to tease much, if anything at all. But yes, I'm gonna tease here, smooth it out, spray with hairspray. You could even take your clip here and just let that hoe sit. There we go, so you guys can see the clip. Okay, I'm just gonna let her sit like that. Let's do a 360. Hopefully I don't knock anything over. Let me move. Let me move you guys so you can get a better look at how this looks. Cute, right? So I want you guys to be able to like see me with some light over here. But yeah, if you try this, please let me know. I was inspired by her name is 54 Chingona on Instagram, but she makes jewelry. She's a welder. She's a badass. I can't remember. I follow her on Instagram. I should have checked. I'll put it down here so you guys can follow her, so you guys can support a Phoenix welder woman. Okay, we don't see a lot of women welding, but she's one of them, and her shit is fire. So I was inspired by her because I recently did hair and makeup for my friend Gina, because she did a photo shoot with like her little roller skating gear, which was really fucking cool. And I followed the photographer, and 54 Chingona was on there. I don't know her name, I'm sorry. But she has like this beautiful vintage, you know, retro style, and she curls her hair so beautifully. And I was like, I need to make a video of me doing my hair like hers, and it did not come out like hers. So like I said, it's all practice. It's not always gonna come out perfect. I'm like, it's close enough, you know. It's giving vintage, it's giving retro. There are things that I could tweak, and I'm sure, you know, more things that I can learn. So even as a professional, you can see that I'm not perfect, and I didn't nail the style the way that I, you know, originally imagined that it was gonna look, but I'm still content with it. It's still giving retro, right? Let's put a little red lipstick or something on to finish off the look. We're gonna do a little bit of wine. I remember I used to like, I like this one because it's more sheer, but I used to like really bold colors when I was in my 20s, and now I rarely wear anything on my lips because I'm always kissing my son. I'm always kissing the baby, and I don't want to put makeup on him, so I wear like chapstick at the most. Another tip, instead of just use your knuckle. But this is the final look. Let me know what you guys think. Try it, let me know what you thought. If there's anything else you guys would like to see, please let me know. I am here to serve you guys. I know it's been a hot minute since I've been on YouTube, but you know, mom life is mommin' right now. And not only am I a mom, I am Isabel, and Isabel's trying to still, you know, pursue her passions. And so I'm just very busy and very tired. Not super tired. I feel like I'm less tired now that my son's almost gonna be 5 months. But I also want to, you know, make a video on my birth story and how everything went, so that you guys can, you know, be caught up on all of that. But yeah, let me know what else you guys want to see, and I'll be happy to deliver. I will do my best. You know, I had to come in here and like lock the door and, you know, leave the baby with Adrian because he's on his lunch break right now. So I'm just trying to make it happen, you know what I'm saying, with the time that I have. But yeah, let me stop rambling. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.